Now Becky Two-Belts will find out just how hard being a dual champion can be. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. Damn it, WWE. You took away Andrade's only shot at greatness just because Fox wanted more Latinos on SmackDown when they move? And not only that, but you broke up an awesome team in Ricochet and Aleister Black. This better be worth Disney's paycheck or Andrade's gonna go elsewhere before WrestleMania. So anyway, it looks like Becky Lynch is going to have a man's night at Money in the Bank. She's putting up both Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships against two separate opponents, Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair. How those two got the nod, I'll never know. I mean, sure, Lacey beat Natalya for the chance, but aside from a decent Royal Rumble run, she hasn't proved herself at all. And Charlotte? You know, I'm starting to think she has Triple H syndrome, thinking she has to be a champion or she's worthless. In any case, Lynch is going to have to suck it up for two title matches in one night. And being a dual champion is not all it's cracked up to be in that sense. Now, the first dual champ I was exposed to in the WWE was the Ultimate Warrior. There was a title-for-title match at WrestleMania 6 when Warrior, the then Intercontinental Champ, beat Hulk Hogan, the then WWE Champ. But then President Jack Tunney, well, he knew that even though champs of the day only defended on pay-per-views, Saturday night main events, and house shows were very rarely have titles changed hands there, asking one man to defend two titles was just too much, he thought. So he got Warrior to vacate the IC title that he held for so long, and he let the jacked guy defend the WWE title against likes of Rick Rude, Randy Savage, and Sergeant Slaughter. Now, years later, I guess the WWE decided that defending two titles at the same time wasn't such a bad idea, wasn't such a burden. And at WrestleMania 2000, Kurt Angle got that chance. He took what he called his Eurocontinental title and put both IC and European titles on the line in a two-fall triple threat match against Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. And turns out he lost both the titles that night, one to each Chris. Of course, given this was the same WrestleMania with a triple threat tables match for the tag titles and a fatal four-way for the WWE title, it's understandable that this match wasn't so memorable. There was a few dual champions that followed, but the next one to truly, utterly fail at holding both titles was Rob Van Dam. Just before the ECW brand was launched, RVD decided to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase at ECW One Night Stand 2006 and faced John Cena in an Extreme Rules match, with all the New Yorkers showing signs saying, "If Cena wins, we riot." They had nothing to fear. RVD won handily. And 2 nights later, on the premiere ECW show, GM Paul Heyman made Robbie the ECW champ as well. So what happened? On July 3rd and 4th of that year, RVD lost the WWE title to Edge on Raw, and then lost the ECW title to Big Show on ECW's show. He held the titles for only a few months, and that was as high as he got in the WWE during his career there. Of course, the most recent example of a dual titleist not hanging on to said titles too long was Seth Rollins, back in his Authority days. As WWE champ, he snagged John Cena's United States title in a title-for-title match at SummerSlam. Then two things happened. Sting finally got out of his catatonia that he was in from Triple H at the previous WrestleMania and demanded a WWE title match at Night of Champions. And then John Cena demanded a rematch for the U.S. title that same night. And since this was allegedly the only pay-per-view where every title is on the line, the Authority consented. John regained the U.S. title, but Rollins was able to not only beat Sting, but essentially put him into retirement. So will history repeat itself for Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank? I don't know. I'm almost certain she can handle Evans without much issue. It's Charlotte that worries me. It's true that Becky didn't pin Charlotte to win both titles. Hell, technically, she didn't even pin Ronda Rousey. But, as I keep saying, Charlotte's dad isn't the dirtiest player in the book for shiggles. If anyone can weasel her way into making Becky Two-Belts into Becky One-Belt, it's the Queen. The Southern Lady Evans? Yeah, no. Come back when you had a few more matches in the books. Then again, if there's any woman who can pull off the double defense, it would probably be Becky Lynch. I'd rather she didn't, though. But that's just so I can have her on one brand like everyone else but the women's tag title champions. Just me, I guess. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. See ya.